2023, 7 p.m. at the Ernest Ray Education Center. Ms. Vickers, could you do a roll call?
Mr. Jason Miller,
Present.
Mr. Eric Irvin,
Present.
Mr. Jim Bashirs,
Present.
Mrs. Jamie Cripps,
Present.
Mr. Danny Parkerson,
Present.
Mr. Alan Hayes,
Present.
Chairman Sean Tubbs.
Present. The first order of business are the consent items, and they are as follows. A, adoption of the agenda. B, approval of the minutes from January the 12th, 2023 regular meeting. Item C, consider an act on the NIET math implementation grant. Item E, consider an act on DCHS culinary arts students to attend junior chef competition at Nashville State Community College, March 8th through the 9th. Item F, consider an act on the GP budget amendments. Item G, consider an act on the 142 budget amendments. H, consider an act on sign language interpreter contract. And I, consider an act on ProCare therapy. Each of you had your agendas electronically sent to you, as well as our workshop. Are there any items that need further discussion, or any items that you'd like to have pulled?
Make a motion with adopt.
I have a motion made by Mr. Parkinson. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Bashirs. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. That motion carries. Item number 2 is to consider and act on board policies 4.605, 4.700, 6.319, and that's on second reading. Do you need to elaborate? No.
It's just the same policies we went over last board meeting. We
Okay.
just need second and final approval.
I'll make a motion to accept.
That motion's made by Ms. Cripps. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Irvin. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Item number 3 is to consider and act on increasing mileage rates and per diem rates to comply with state and federal standards.
We went over those in the workshop. I went over the increases with you, and that is just to keep up with state and federal mandate.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve.
Motion made by Mr. Hayes. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Miller. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Item number 4 is to consider and act on extended bus utilization.
We have two 2008 Thomas-built buses that we are requesting to extend their use for the district.
Okay, do I have a motion that we extend?
I'll make a motion.
That motion's made by Mr. Bashirs. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Miller. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. And number 5 is the personnel report.
We have hired Mr. Myron Rhodey as the transportation supervisor, and we want to welcome him to that new position. Also, we have leave of absence, Mr. Trent Caldwell. He's in our prayers. And Miss Brittany Gully and Mr. Josh Gully will be taking a leave of absence as requested.
Okay. And next item is number 6, the DeKalb County seniors to appear before the board about the prom.
I'd like to take an opportunity just to thank Ms. Morgan Walker for being the spokesperson for the senior class. And I think that speaks volumes. I commend you for standing up for what you believe in. Commend the parents for standing up with the kids, and thank everyone who attended tonight. I think that speaks volumes itself. I would like to table this conversation about addressing the prom, and that just meaning I'd like to have a little more time to discuss, maybe iron out some wrinkles and see kind of what direction we want to go with this, and get back in plenty of time to make sure it doesn't mess anybody's plans up on our decision. So I'm asking just to table this to give us a little more time to talk to administration and stuff like that.
So Mr. Miller put that in the form of a motion.
Now,
when you say table, you're acting administration, and I would include Ms. Morgan, be on some of the students, or be one of the students, work with them to come up with a application form of what DeKalb County High School would like to see us amend. That make sense?
It does.
So it's not a no, it's just, we just want a little more time to discuss this and kind of, like I said, just iron some stuff out. So, but again, I commend you for what you've done, and we thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Mr. Miller put that in the form of a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Irvin. Any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye. Anyone opposed? That motion carries. Let's see, number 7, does any board member have any business that may properly come before the board?
I spoke about, I've had a lot of people contact me regarding, Coach Harold Luna, about naming the gym floor, the DeKalb County High School gym floor, in honor of Coach Luna. I just wanted to see what you guys thought about that. He was in the system from 1964 to 1989. Had a winning record of 516 and 179 with the girls, DCHS girls. So I think that's a record be pretty hard to be beat. So I just want to run that by you guys and see what you guys thought. I'd just like to make a motion to name the high school gym floor in honor of Coach Harold Luna.
I'll second that.
Okay. We have a motion by Mr. Bashirs and a second by Mr. Miller. Any further discussion? No? All those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? And that motion will carry. Okay. Do I have a motion that we adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Mr. Miller. Do I have a second?
Second.
Who was that?
Sure.
Mr. Irvin.
We have a second by Mr.